Do you have the feeling no matter how much you work that you still feel unproductive, or even that you work all day but you don't get results, or even sometimes at the end of the working day you feel good, sometimes you feel bad? And I will show you in this video the exact method how you can track your daily life so you have like much more clarity about like all the correlations between like what you do and how you feel and your results and all that stuff. So this is my daily performance tracking, and you see it's like a lot of colors, a lot of data. Don't be confused, guys. I will go step by step through it and I will explain to you like what this is exactly and all that stuff. But let's just take like, I don't know, why I show you that and why you should do that too. I had always the problem that I worked like all day, but I didn't get any results. Sometimes I feel bad, sometimes I feel good, and I absolutely didn't understand like why. Then I just wanted to figure it out how my actions correlates to how I feel, to my results and all that stuff. And also the thing is, like the most of you and me as well, like if you don't track anything in your life, you can't improve because you don't have like visual data, but you need this. So let's dive into it. So I track literally every day. Like here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I always track like the whole month, and then also the date. And then like the first value is, for example, the waking time. So let's just check out here this one. So the waking time is when I wake up. When I wake up, I remember it or I write it down which time it is. Then I go every morning instantly, like I wake up, brush my teeth and go to the gym. So here in the next column, you see like gym. So that means like if I go to the gym, then I type in yes. If not, then I type in no. And here you see like I literally go every day to the gym and I never leave a day out because I know already 100% if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I just feel the whole day bad because like I'm not woke up, like I need like this pain and like this movement in the gym every morning. Then I also just type in the part. So abs, back, core. So I rotate every day, do a different part, and that I don't get confused, I just write it down. So then like the next point is med. So that stands for meditations. It's not that I love meditation, but I realized through that method that if I meditate like every morning, like it's just 10-15 minutes, I just feel a little bit more calm, a little bit more focused. And I don't know, like everyone says that you have to do meditation and all that stuff. Maybe it helps someone, maybe not. Like I don't get like, it's not that, or I meditate and I am like a machine like the whole day. It's not like that, but I believe in it. It's like in the long-term effect, you know? The next point is like morning mindset. And that's something like, I do every morning and every evening. Like I have like kind of a vision board. I will show you in a second. And every morning, like that's part of the morning routine. So all this left side is my morning routine. And like after the gym, I come home, I meditate, and afterwards I do like this vision board. It's just like 10 minutes speaking in front of the mirror. Like, let me show you, like here, just like my kind of identity. So like where I want to be like in the future, like what I want to do. So I can make a detailed video on it, but that's just like that I have 100 students in my Ultimate 3D coaching and membership. That like my goal is that every one of them makes at least $5,000 per month, that I have like the best coaching program, that I've delivered value worth of $100,000 in my first year of my consulting business. So in other words, like I want to make $100,000 in my first year of consulting business. And then just like I imagine myself just being a consultant, like this kind of body, like where I want to go, like with my DJ and music dreams and live and some other stuff. So I can make a detailed video on that if you want. Let me know in the comments. And that helps me a lot, like with motivation and why I'm working every day, you know, because I know why. It's so important. Then, I have, morning routine hours. So how long it took me from waking up till like meditation, gym, drinking the coffee and sitting, to the computer and work. So it always mostly takes like, 2.5 or 3 hours. And just one thing, just that you can follow. So you can download this spreadsheet like down in the video without entering your email address. And the thing is, like I have here like all the values that we are going through, and you can change them or delete some, because like maybe you don't need so much like when you're starting out, it will overwhelm you. But maybe just take like sleep, gym, then later maybe like how much hours work you did per day and some other stuff, and just start with that, maybe with 3, 4, 5 values. So you just implement it in your day, and then later you will see automatically, because if we check like my daily performance thing here, like you see like a lot of rows and columns were like empty in the beginning, because after time I felt like, oh, I'm eating something like at the lunch or dinner and I feel bad, or I feel good after that. And so it's not random anymore. I just added here, like, for example, like dinner, like what I eat exactly, like how much and how I feel afterwards, because I want to optimize myself like for the most performance possible. So let's go back to that. So you have the morning routine hours, and then for example, next column is like clean food. Like just type in like, or you should put it at the end of the day, did you eat clean? Like, I don't know, not any snacks, no sugar, no Coca-Cola and all that stuff. So just put it in yes, because all that values will add up to the end of the evening, that I will explain to you in a second. And then also like lunch. You can type in like at which time, like I don't eat lunch, like I eat mostly like in the late afternoon, my first time, because I noticed if I eat lunch, like I don't even talk about breakfast, but even if I eat lunch at 12 or at 1, the thing is like afterwards I can't be so much productive anymore. So before I eat, I try to do all the work, and then after I eat, like my productivity is not so high anymore. So then also like coffee, like I noticed, like for example here, you see like something is completely, how is it called? Like empty, because I started, just experiment to stop drinking coffee, because coffee over long term, it gives me a little bit of anxiety, and like I am dependent on coffee. But I realized like I can't without coffee, because I have like ADHD, and in the country where I am right now in Georgia, there's no medication. So like coffee is the only thing that really helps a little bit, like to get my ADHD mind in focus. I have to drink it a little bit, and like that's the coffee column. Like I drink 1 or maximum 2 coffees, and that really helps me. And yeah, where I tried without coffee, I saw I'm zero productive at all. So then at the end of the day, there's a value like work age. So work in hours. And if you see, we come in a second to the colors, but sometimes it's 7, 8 hours, 9 hours. You see already, like if I just work 2.5 hours because the day was really bad, it's red and all that stuff, you know, like 8 and 9 is like green and all that stuff. And to find out how much you work, definitely check out this video here, because it's so important. And to find out how many hours you work per day, check at the end of the video. And this video will show you exactly how to track every minute and hour of your work. And this is really life-changing, because then you can again like directly put those values into the sheet and work with it. It's also, you know, like because a lot of people, for example, like they start their working day at 10 and ended like, I don't know, like at 8 p.m. and then they just type in like, oh, I worked 10 hours. But that's so completely wrong, because in those 10 hours, maybe you snack, maybe you just chill a little bit, maybe you have lunch, maybe you have like dinner, maybe you go out to the groceries, like just 20 minutes, and all that ends up so you don't work 10 hours, but maybe 4. And like this working hours is literally only focused work. Those, maybe it's 8 hours, but it's like from starting at 7 a.m. and going to bed at 11 p.m., you know. I track like literally every minute, so I know exactly how much I worked and don't fool myself. At the end of the day, the performance in percent. So this is like more of a feeling thing. It's like, how much like do I feel? Like you will get like a good feeling for that. Like in the end of the day, like you will feel, oh, was I productive? Was I not productive? Sometimes you just work, for example, 6 hours, but you feel much more productive than you work like 10 hours, you know? So how, like just performance and how focused were you? For example, like if I work like those 8 hours, but I'm constantly like Facebook, Instagram and here and there and distracting myself, then of course at the end of the day, my performance percent won't be as high as if I'm just like very focused without distractions, all that stuff. So next point is like feeling. Feeling is more than just like the productivity. Feeling is like how you just feel like mentally. For example, like I have here like a column error, and that's like just bad stuff that you do that you shouldn't do. For everyone it's different, like I don't know, sugar, I don't know, drugs, alcohol, porn, fap, something like that. And if you do that stuff that you shouldn't do, you just make an X, and the more you go without it, the higher like this value gets, and it's just like kind of motivation. But I feel when like I did some bad stuff, for example, that just my feeling of myself is not so good, or maybe I wasn't so productive. So you see often performance and feeling, I noticed that it's very often interconnected. Mostly like if my performance was high, then I feel good. Like here, for example, if my performance was just 50%, for example, then I also don't feel so good. Or like when I have like 90% days, like those are like the very green ones, then my feelings are also like awesome. And to that, also what comes together is like the to-do. Because every day, like I have like a to-do list, like every evening, like I write a to-do list for the next day. And then I just wake up and go do my morning routine, start to work, and just try to do like all the to-do lists. Here, like this column to do is like how many percent of the to-do list I did. And also like if I did like 90%, 80%, 75%, of course sometimes it takes longer than I thought, but still like if I do like the most of the to-do list, like my feeling will be also much better because my performance will be much higher. You see, it's very, very interconnected. Sometimes even like my to-do list is like 80% that I did the most of it, but my performance was bad and I not felt so good because maybe like the to-do list was not enough to do, So that's why I write sometimes on a to-do list a little bit more than I should do. Because if I do not so much, then I don't feel so productive and like all that stuff. Then also the next point is like the war map. I don't get too deep into that because it's like very, like complex and all that stuff. But it's like your plan for the month. What you have to do exactly. For example, today is the 31st. For example, every day, just like no fap, like no porn and all that stuff. Because I had like in my past, like problem with that and all that stuff. But like every day, like 10 direct outreach regarding the group, freelance clients and all that stuff, like a LinkedIn post. And also like I'm doing right now the YouTube video. So the thing is like I didn't do it like the last days because I was a little bit sick. So I'm still a little bit sick, but that's why I'm doing it now and all that stuff. But it's like you plan like every month, like your main activities, like for your business, YouTube, I don't know, like and all that stuff. So I can make a video about that. And then, so this is warm up, like end of the day. So if it's just like a yes, so if I did it, like every task in it or no. And then extremely important, like PTT. So plan today, tomorrow. It's again like the to-do list. Like every evening before I go sleep, like I sit down and think or 5-10 minutes about which task I will do tomorrow. Because doing it in the evening, it's 1 million times better than in the morning. Because in the morning, you just want to wake up, do your morning routine and just execute. Because like you don't want to too much think about what you have to do, which clothes you also have, like just another thought, which clothes you want to use. So I just have like maybe two sweaters, one pair of jeans, because in the morning I don't spend like more than 5 seconds what I have to wear, And the same with the to-do list. If you have already the to-do list prepared from the evening, you don't think about it. You just sit down and just do it in the best case, So just a yes, and again, like an NMS. So this is then the night mindset. So again, before I go to sleep, I take like my mindset vision board and go through every picture and just talk with myself to my future self, and where I will be and all that stuff. So it's a good practice. And then, like the column like error, I explained it already. Like if you do something what you shouldn't do, you just bring then an X. And just a tip, you just don't do like yes and no. Maybe like do this with those numbers because it will give you just a little motivation. And then bedtime, when you go to sleep, And then, yeah, just dinner, what you ate, how much you ate, and that can also correlate to how you feel. Like if you eat bad, if you eat like a ton of carbs and sugary stuff and processed food, then you don't feel very good. You can't be very productive. So I eat most of the time extremely clean, and that helps me a lot. If I eat sugar, I feel very, very, very bad. And yeah, just some comments on all that stuff. So that's the thing. And also, like, as a bonus, why you should do that, you get extremely aware of yourself and your actions. Because a lot of people, they just wake up and live somehow into the day. Maybe they work, maybe they don't work, maybe they eat sugar, maybe they're not. I don't know, maybe they watch TV, maybe not. And at the end of the day, or end of the week, or end of the month, they absolutely have zero idea what they really done. And you see, like, just look at this. You know, like, I know exactly that my morning routine is perfect. Like here, I know, like, the last week, 2 weeks, like, I wasn't like so productive and so good because, yeah, I was a little bit sick and all that stuff. But here, for example, like, look, a month ago or something, right? Like, that was a good week. And then, like, if I have a bad day, I just look, what did I do when the day was like feeling 90% and performance 90%? And you can exactly go always back and see. Or for example, when you feel bad or you wasn't productive, again, you can go to all of the days which you felt like the same and just analyze, why is it, you know? For example, like, perfect example here, like on the 5th March, that was a red day completely, you know? And here I did some error thing. Then I ate 2 huge sugar cakes at lunch, like, dumbest mistake, you know? And of course I couldn't work after that. I felt horrible. Like, I didn't have the to-do list, sugar, and I was just tired all day and in a chill mood, you know? And that's why, like, afterwards, I will never ever eat like sugar cakes. I know I shouldn't do it, but that shows me, like, sometimes you have this urge, you know, but definitely don't do that. And so you can work very good with that. So if you want to take the most out of this video, check definitely out this video where I will show you exactly how to track, like, your working hours every day, so you can put it into your performance sheet and just boost your productivity, awareness and understanding of yourself and your work. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.